Hello, fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and we're going to take a look at the Sama 6CF120i ARGB fan set. And it looks very pretty, and that's the only thing good I can say about it. You'll see. So here's what it appears to look like, or what it does look like, I mean. It does have cushions. Double ring on both sides and also on the sides, not the corners. Has both standard ARGB daisy chainable as well as a 3-pin connector for the power of the fan itself, or the control of the fan, I should say. And then it comes with a hub for both ARGB and PWM, 4 ports each, and it has adapters to connect it to your motherboard, or sorry, cables, or you can connect it to your power supply with SATA. And there is an adhesive pad so you can attach it somewhere so it doesn't flop around. It also includes this handy little remote control. So let's give one of these a try. I've already tested out the hub. It works. Now I'm curious to see if I can get the remote control to work too. I'm not sure if the remote control is only for the hub. I assume it is. But doesn't that look nice? Sadly, this is the only nice thing about this fan. Otherwise, it's a piece of junk. You'll see. All right, just out of curiosity, I'm going to quickly push some buttons here. I doubt anything will change. Nope. But just for you guys, because I know you're curious, I'm going to plug it into the hub. I find it kind of interesting that they supply a hub, but it's a 3-pin fan, even though the hub has PWM, but that's okay. So let's see what happens here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is this not doing anything? That's strange. I've got it plugged in correctly. It should be letting me do stuff. Well, I'm silly. I thought I had pulled the thing out of the battery compartment, but I didn't. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so that's hold. Different modes. Lots of different modes. You can do solid colors, blue, green, or red. There are also 5 presets. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you can lock the thing so it can't accidentally get changed. So now I've locked it, and pushing on the buttons doesn't do anything. Unlock it again. We can turn off the lighting. So if you don't want to waste energy on that, like I don't. There's also a button for syncing it with the motherboard. Hopefully it works better than the Enedis Aurora fans that I reviewed a while back, which are garbage. You can also hold it in position and then release it. And you also have control over the fans. speed, supposedly. Although I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that's doing. It doesn't seem to be doing much. You can even you can change the speed of the display. So not bad. Just sad that I can't. Oh, the fan may be on auto. Let me just try that. Now. Yeah, whatever this green fan button is, it doesn't really seem to do much of anything. All right, enough of that. Just in case I didn't make it clear, there are 3 different things that you need to know about this other than ARGB and PWM. You can power it by SATA. You can sync it up with the motherboard as well, or just with the motherboard. There's a cable in here that has a splitter from a 4-pin JST to both standard ARGB and PWM, so you can do that. So it's nice. I think the problem again is that, well, you'll see. We're gonna do the listening part though, so you can get an idea of what kind of noise you're going to hear from these fans. But right now there's something noisy going on in the background here, so I'm going to have to close my door. Interestingly, it does spin very, very slowly. No noise. Let's give it a whirl. Ow. Harmonic resonance already. Another one. Again. Again. And that's it. Very quiet. And there's a good reason for that. There's no static pressure and very little airflow. This is a very weak fan. You can only use it for exhaust on your computer. There's nothing else it can be used for, which is really irritating. But, that's Sama for you. Just wait till I tell you the rest. Let's take a look at the specs. Okay, so the Sama, or Guangzhou IoG Technology Company Limited, hopefully I said that correctly. The 6CF120i ARGB fan set is $357 per fan, or $1070. That's including shipping. So it's pretty darn cheap, and it should be for the almost uselessness of the fan, aside from the pretty lights. CE and EAC ROHS for the certifications, made in China, 120 by 25, 30,000 hours. I don't know if there's a warranty. 20 ARGB LEDs. It doesn't indicate which support it, but I know since I'm using ASUS that it works for ASUS. 160 grams and 7 blades, 105 millimeters between the mounting holes, 1200 RPMs max, plus or minus 10%. 26 CFMs of airflow, 0.55 millimeters of water of static pressure. Now you're probably wondering, why did you buy this piece of junk? Well, I'm going to show you why right now. this is one of the reasons that I tend to stay away from Sama, is one of two things happens when you look at one of their listings. Either they don't show you the specs, and here you can see it's almost specless aside from the RPMs, or they lie. So what they do is they'll start out with the fan that you're expecting, which is this, but when you go to the specs listing, it does give you airflow, which is correct, and noise level that's correct, but you're looking for static pressure, right? And remember, this says PWM, right? Is it PWM? No. Now here it does indicate that it supports all these, but we're not even sure which fan this is right now because it says it's PWM. It says it's got temperature control. I wonder about that because it doesn't say anything about temperature control on the box. So that makes me a little bit suspicious. But let's go ahead and take a look at where I got it from. So we go back to here, and it claims silent cooling technology. It doesn't mention anything about temperature control. So unless there is a thermocouples or a thermistor hiding in the hub, which would be a horrible place to put it, this thing doesn't have temperature control because I could not find any indications of any kind of a thermal sensor in the fan. But it says thermal control, or temperature control. Large air volume, absolutely not. So lots of things here, and it's 60,000 hours, but on the box it says 30,000. And we continue on down here. By the way, it says here it says 24 pieces, but on the box it says 20 LEDs. So there's another thing. So it looks like it, but it's not the right one. And then here's the kicker. Totally different CFMs, and the static pressure is so high that when I saw this, I didn't realize I was looking at statistics for a different fan from Sama. See, this is what they like to do. They like to lie about their statistics if they do give them. So their static pressure is almost 0, but they're saying it's over 2. And then we discover it's an FN12 INFAR GB. FN12 INF ARGB dual ring, which is not the same one as what this is. Yeah, so it looks like it, but it's not the same fan. Now this one says 800 to 1800 RPMs, but it's a 1200 RPM fan on a 3-pin, not a 4-pin. So it's just a series of lies from them. And that is so irritating. So back to the specs. 22 decibels, 56 centimeter long fan cable, no daisy chaining or sleeving. 57 centimeter long LED cable, daisy chaining, no sleeving. 3-pin DC connector, standard ARGB connector, rifle bearings, not hydraulic as it says in some of those images. 12 volts from 6 to 14 range, 1.68 watts, 0.14 amps. And then one of the things that they gave was actually the LED specs for electricity. So 5 volts, 4.5 to start, 3 watts and 0.6 amps. No indicators of the direction of rotation and flow, but it does have turn in a clockwise direction. Comes with 4 fan bolts per fan, so 12, and corner cushions. Plus there is the hub with the remote control, the 2 different cables for SATA power for connecting to the motherboard, and the let's see. And that's pretty much it. So, I mean, if you want to spend $11, get 3 crappy fans, but then you have a decent hub. I mean, I guess this would be worth it if you can get it at that price. But otherwise, I wouldn't buy it. I mean, it's junk. Pretty junk, but still junk. I mean, you can't like buy a set of these and put them all around your case because it's not going to keep your computer cool enough unless you're like running an AIO, which then you'd have to try to find an AIO that had fans that looked quite similar, or find fans that look similar and put them on the AIO so it seems to match, which is not easy when it comes to ARGB, I'm told by people that are much more knowledgeable about ARGB. But I've seen photographs where somebody has fans from different companies, and the hues and temperatures of the colors are different. And even within one company, different models or different product lines is not consistent. And if it happens to be sometimes even that one product line, one model, the colors don't match. So good luck with that. Thank you for watching this video. Also, thank you to Lawrence Abrams at bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to use his forum to promote my videos, and thus I promote his website, which is a great website with lots of resources for tech people and for people who have computers, be it if you need help with hardware or software or even with malware. They have lots of resources. They have also got lots of news on their website about the tech world. If you would be interested in me presenting some of that news here on this channel, would you please let me know? I already have permission from Lawrence Abrams to do that. I'm just not sure if that would be something of interest to people, so I haven't done it yet. But yeah, so please like, subscribe, share. Let people know about my channel if you think it's worth it. If you don't think it's worth it and you want to give me feedback, please do so constructively in a video or in the community tab. If you can't be constructive and civil and logical about it, then you probably should just be quiet, because I have a low tolerance for people who like to troll, which is to say, if you're going to be a jerk, I will not put up with it. So thank you very much again. I hope you have a wonderful day.